I'm Lynn Bridgford from the Aetherbios Clinic and Aetherbios Yoga, and today in our series on quick and easy exercises we're going to talk about using the core, a simple and safe way to use the core that needs to be done well to be safe. And at the end I will show you how to do it in public when nobody will know. So join me in a minute, just find somewhere to sit and somewhere to lay down. So in talking about using the core, it's really important to talk about the pelvic floor. This is a female pelvis. There are similarities and differences. This is equally as important for men, particularly with prostate issues. Everybody needs to take good care of their pelvic floor. So there's all these muscles around the base, and we're going to be focusing on the sitting bones at the base of the pelvis here, which is just behind the hip joint. So we're going to be feeling between there to feel what's going on in the pelvic floor. We're going to be doing some of the exercises sitting to get a feel of it, some laying down, and then I will show you how to do them in public without being noticed. So sitting, feeling your sitting bones, it's a good idea to sit straight if possible. So from the side, you'll be sitting with a really nice straight spine, shoulders above the hips, and careful not to slouch or overextend. We want to have a nice straight spine and feel that we're sitting on those sitting bones. You can use your hands just to lift the sitting bones out a little bit so you know you're sitting right on them, and just make sure that you've got your tummy engaged a little bit, shoulders above the hips, crown above the base, grow nice and tall. So what we're going to do, we're going to imagine that there's between the sitting bones that we can gather everything together and lift it up. It's pretty much those anti-P muscles, the ones that you grip. You're not moving the butt really, but that may be the first thing that you do to feel it. But just feel like you're lifting the pelvic floor. Feel some lifting between the sitting bones and relax and lift up and relax. Now if you've had some pelvic issues, that may not be very strong and you may need some help to get the muscles working well. What we want to do is once you get them working a bit, then just to start focusing, lifting up and letting go. Muscles get tired if we lift too long. So first of all, just lift and let go. Nobody can see that you're doing anything, but you're sitting doing your pelvic floor, which is part of the core exercise. That supports the lower part of the pelvis. And in yoga we call this Mula Bandha, and then we're going to look at Uddiyana Bandha, which is the root lock and the abdominal lock. Pilates has put it together very nicely and called it zip and suck. We're going to do a combination of the two. The very big detail of the yoga postures we will look at in another video. So we've got that lifting up of the pelvic floor and letting go. Once we've lifted up the pelvic floor, we draw the belly in and have that feeling of lifting it up. So from the side, we lift the pelvic floor, then we draw the belly in and lift it up. Nothing's happening in the pelvis. I'm not doing anything with the bones. I'm just using the muscles. When you're not used to it, it can feel a little strange. So once you've got that feeling in the pelvic floor of lifting and letting go, we're going to lay down. So laying down with your spine nice and straight, have as many pillows as you need to support your neck that it feels comfortable. If you have a more hunched posture, you will need more pillows. We want to be opening across the heart, so we've got a good long spine. Bend the knees. We can lift up and lengthen in the tailbone, so we have a nice long spine. From here we're going to bring the hands onto the belly, and we're going to do the belly part, which is the sucking in part, or the Uddiyana Bandha. So with the hands on the lower belly, we're going to breathe in. I'm going to exaggerate. Belly comes up and breathe out, and we suck the belly down to the spine. Breathe in, let the belly come up. Breathe out and suck it down towards the spine. As we breathe in, naturally the pelvic floor goes down, so the best way to work that is on the exhale. So once we've sucked the belly down, we're going to lift up that pelvic floor. So breathe in, the belly comes up. Breathe out, suck it down. Keep breathing out, keep sucking down, and then zip up the pelvic floor. So there's no movement here. The common thing is to do something with the pelvis. We want to keep this strong, knees above the ankles, ankles as wide as the hips. And again, breathe in, belly comes up. Breathe out, suck the belly down. Keep breathing out, keep sucking down, and then zip up the pelvic floor, and then let go. If you already have a really strong core and pelvic floor, then sit-ups may be a really good thing to do. If you don't, then I would absolutely avoid them until you're strong enough, because they will make your back weaker and strain it. So you may just start with lifting the pelvic floor. You may do laying down, zip and suck. So breathe in, belly comes out, breathe out, suck it down, zip it up. So we're going to do another stage of that now, which may be too far. Eventually what we want to do is to be able to walk around all day, lifting, zipping and sucking. So to do that, you need to breathe into the diaphragm. I do have a video called Breathing 101 that will show you how to do that, and you practice that separately. What we then start to do is walk around and think about every time you stand up or every time you sit down, zip and suck. So you've got that core strength with something you're doing every day. And eventually over time you get more used to using this when you're doing anything with your back, particularly lifting your children, your grandchildren, your shopping, a bag, and it's always good to lift straight forwards rather than to the side. So using this will help strengthen your back. So for those who are already good at this, we're going to do the next stage. So once we've breathed in, breathe out, zip and suck, we're going to move from the belly and only with the zip and suck and bring the leg up. Breathe in, belly up, breathe out, suck it down, zip up and bring the leg down and relax. Breathe in, belly up, breathe out, suck it down, zip it up, lift the other leg up, bring it down. If there's any movement in the back at all, that's too far. There should be no sensation of anything at all against the back, all the movements coming from the core. So another stage further will be, once we breathe in, breathe out, zip and suck, bring the leg up, is to bring the leg down, and just as it comes down, bring the other one up. Breathe in, breathe out, zip and suck, bring this one down, just as it comes down, bring the other one up, as long as there's no movement in the back. Eventually that will be that you lift the other leg up just as one is coming close to the bed, and then next time it'll be a little further away until you can do it without moving your back easily, one leg and then the other. There's nothing to be gained by pushing through to do something that your body isn't yet able to do. And this is quite a leveler of an exercise, because we need to have that really good strength in the pelvic floor, in the core, to have a strong back. So if we build it up step by step, take the steps as you are able and gradually increase your strength. Think about it through your day. It'll help you have a good posture. If you're holding your tummy in, it's really more challenging to slouch. So whenever I ask my students to lift their Uddiyana Bandha, they sit up straighter. So it's one thing knocks on and helps another. Please ask me any questions, engage with me in the comments. Take good care of your backs, your core, and I wish you good health, good core health, good back health. Thank you so much.